Suddenly, there's a sound coming from the woods, exactly where Trabh is currently hiding. I glare at his general direction. For an expert in hiding, he doesn't seem to be too good in concealing himself. Something heavy must have fallen from the trees again. Since all their attention was towards the woods, I had to distract them before they found out about the dragon that's currently stalking us. Thus I decided to show my contempt to the good knight who just lied about our engagement. Give me one good reason why I should not strangle you. My hand was already clutching the mantle near his neck, threat dripping in my voice. Nobody will disassemble the tents tomorrow morning? His unpredictably witty response made the sides of my lips twitch. I ended up being defeated into smiling. Releasing my grip of him with a shake of my head, I then faced the siblings to explain. I'm not bothered. I'm not betrothed to him. He saved my life once and we've been friends since. My sincere answer made Katharina smile, and then I realized Kenneth glanced at me from head to toe. Fuck you, Kenneth. No, don't you even think about it. Don't you fucking dare. So you're available? No, don't you fucking dare. Not to you. Quickly motioned him a fist. Why are humans so attracted to pheromones? Ugh. Word of the wise. Protect your jaw from being dislocated. They all laughed at their human inside joke. I have no idea what's so amusing about it. We're from the southern region. What part do you two hail from? Oh, we're not Bavarians. We're from Krona. Shocked faces. Ralph's answer somehow shocked the siblings, and immediately Kenneth spoke up. We're heading to Krona right now. In a hurry, actually. That's why we tried to steal your horse. Sorry about that. Ralph and I exchanged glances for a moment, wondering about the exact same thing. Why are you in such a hurry? The siblings' expressions fell at my simple question, and they traded worried looks to each other, as if trying to push one another to explain. Surprisingly, the one who spoke up first is the sick-looking twin, who was silent all along. Our late king introduced a sewer system into our country about a year ago. He built waste pipes underground to carry away sewage leading into the sea. Oh no. This is bad. This is very bad. No wonder Lion asked me to investigate. The merpeople absolutely hated if their water's contaminated. As I was thinking about all that, Ralph gave me a look, wanting me to explain later. I signaled to him that I'll tell him about this soon. He needs to know anyway. That's good, right? Well, yes, at first, but Kent stopped, and my eyebrows are beginning to crease, sensing that he's unable to speak about it anymore. However, Katharina took over. We were polluting the sea, and now the water people are angry. Very angry. No kidding. 2 nights ago, when everyone was sleeping, they sneaked up onto the land to the nearest village and burned our houses. What? Whoa, this is worse than I thought. I have a lot to report to Lion once I reach the castle. What measures did the princess take upon hearing this? Nothing. We have no proof that the water people did it. Then how are you sure they did it in the first place? Kent saw them. Both Ralph and I spun our attention towards Kent in surprise. Now it's clear why he appears so weak. The meeting with the merpeople must have traumatized him that badly. Ugh, I don't do well with weak humans. I had to look away when Kent started to shake. Katharina moved close to her brother and held his arm in an attempt to comfort him while Kenneth explained the situation to us further. You see, Kent here is a fisherman. He's been in and out of the sea as if it's his second home. The water people recognize him most out of all of us. They approached Kent and warned him. Wait, recognize? He has a twin. How can merpeople tell them apart? Unless they remember his scent. Kenneth glanced at his twin. Then very slowly he continued in a low voice, so that only Ralph and I could hear. They told him to flee if he wants to live. They said that soon Bavaria will fall, and once it does, no human on this land will be alive. See, this is why us witches don't mess with the merpeople. We just tend to stay out of the way when the issue's about the sea. But now that they have me, who has Ralph, who has King Javorin, who can contact the rulers of the human countries, we might be able to resolve the issue. Hopefully. We tried to tell the rest of the villagers, but they believed in the Royal Army's assumption that it's a thief raid. Since no one believed us, we just fled to save ourselves. Suddenly, Kenneth's eyes began to take a walk," I announced, standing up from my seat. Weak humans somehow upset me so much that I tend to get angry at them. Happened a lot with Ralph before. I need to go before I explode. After dinner, I'd always walk off alone from the campsite to give Trabh some food I smuggled for my meals. Usually Trabh would cheerfully greet me when I approached him, but he seemed just as upset as I am right now. He's currently sitting up on a tree branch, leaning against the trunk with his head facing up. "Trabh?" Only his eyes moved, just to look down at me in an almost threatening manner. "Trabh, what's wrong?" "Trabh, come on, tell me, what's wrong?" I fell off this tree when he said you're his fiancé. Oh my god, Trabh. Fucking hell. Huh? It hurts. God damn it. Fucking hell, Trabh. Oh my god. What? How are you upset about something like that? Trabh, if you heard that, then you must have heard what I said, that I'm not really betrothed to him, right? He only gave me a long, cold stare before looking away from me again. What the shoal is wrong with him? Annoyed that I'm being ignored like this, I tried to reach out my hand to grab him, but only got hold of his cloak that's draping down from the branch he's sitting on. It's so cute! Trabh, you better tell me right now or I'll drag you down and make you fall off this tree again. What are you so upset about? After what seemed to be a long while, he finally turned his head to look at me properly. Now that his head is facing down, I can't see his face and expression at all. Trabh? Still, I look up at him, clenching my hold of his cloak even tighter. Enough is enough. If he's not telling me that I'm pulling him down and beating him until he speaks to me, fine, I'll make you talk. I began to pull his cloak down with all my weight, but he didn't even seem to budge. You can't drag me down. Shut up! You can't beat gravity. Yes, I can. No, you can't! And Trabh only pulled his cloak up with me still hanging onto it with complete ease. Then he used his other hand to grab hold of my underarm just to easily lift me up and set me on the branch he's sitting on. Yes, I can. You bastard. Trabh repeated his words, only more slowly, and smirked. Did your smirk? Yes. Seeing his smile washed off a great deal of worry that I subconsciously had earlier. He's always so cheerful and lively. Seeing him upset is terrifying. I'm ready to talk to you now. Okay. Do you want... Are you angry at me? No, you're not angry. Are you hurt? Are you angry at me? Are you angry at me? What? No. You seem to be. No, you got all wrong, baby. I'm not angry at you in particular. I'm angry at him for owning me. Him? Ralph? Wait, what? Owning me? Yes, Ralph, your precious Ralph that you have to protect, that I have to protect sometimes, and he doesn't even know I exist. I mean, does it sound fair to you? That he thinks he's the only one you communicated with? The only male you talk to? So that means he owns you in his male-dominant way? I'm sorry, Trabh, but I don't understand what you're saying.